Ladies and gentlemen, today we embark on a journey to unravel the profound truth about manifestation and the unseen world beyond our physical reality, the 4D world. From the moment we are born, we are conditioned to believe that reality is fixed, that we are bound by time, space, and circumstances beyond our control. We are taught that what we see, touch, and hear is all there is. But what if I told you that beyond this three-dimensional world exists a higher realm of creation? A realm where your thoughts, your beliefs, and your imagination hold the key to shaping your destiny. The fourth dimensional world is not some abstract concept, it is the unseen foundation upon which our physical reality is built. It is the world of imagination, the world of consciousness, the world of cause. Every experience you have ever had, every success, every failure, every love, and every loss was first conceived in this unseen realm before it crystallized into your tangible world. Let me ask you this: who are you when your eyes are closed? Who are you in the moments before sleep, when the outside world fades and only your inner thoughts remain? That is your true self. That is where creation happens. It is not in the effort of the external world, but in the stillness of the internal world that all things take form. The greatest truth of manifestation is this: your assumptions create your reality. Your world is not shaped by luck, by fate, or by some external force beyond your control. It is shaped by the beliefs you hold as true. Whether you are aware of it or not, you are always manifesting. Every moment, every thought, every feeling sends out an unseen command to the universe, and life simply mirrors back to you what you have accepted as real. You see, most people believe in what they can see, but the true creator believes in what they can feel before it is seen. The successful person assumes success before the evidence appears. The loved person assumes love before they meet their soulmate. The wealthy person assumes wealth before they hold a single dollar in their hands. Your assumptions harden into fact. If you persist in a belief long enough, no matter how impossible it may seem, the world must rearrange itself to make it so. This is not philosophy, this is law. What is imagination? To the world, it is seen as mere fantasy, but in truth, it is the divine power of creation itself. Every great invention, every masterpiece, every revolution began as an idea in the unseen realm before it became a reality. The mind that can see beyond circumstances, beyond obstacles, beyond limitations, is the mind that shapes the world. When you close your eyes and see yourself already living the life you desire, when you feel it as real, when you embody it as truth at that moment, the 4D world begins to mold the 3D world to match it. Doubt is the great destroyer of creation. The moment you entertain doubt, you undo the work of the unseen forces already moving in your favor. That is why you must live from your desire, not toward it. To manifest, you do not chase, you become. You do not wish, you assume. Most people live trapped in the past, believing their history defines them. Others live in the future, believing they must wait for the right time. But the secret of manifestation is this: creation happens enodo. The only reality is this present moment. In this moment, you are free to imagine, free to assume, free to step into the version of yourself that already has all that you desire. There is no waiting, no effort, no struggle. The moment you claim it internally, the wheels of reality begin turning. Faith is not blind hope. Faith is conviction. Faith is knowing deep within that what you have assumed must come to pass, even if the world shows you otherwise. Faith is standing firm when circumstances contradict your vision. The greatest mistake people make is looking to the outside world for confirmation. If you plant a seed, you dig it up every day to check if it has sprouted. No, you trust the process. You water it. You let the unseen forces do their work. The same is true for manifestation. Your job is not to force, not to beg, not to doubt, but to trust. The 4D world has already accepted your command. Your only task is to persist in the assumption until it solidifies in the 3D world. Reality is not fixed but fluid, shaped by the invisible forces of your mind. The external world is merely a reflection of the dominant thoughts and beliefs you entertain. If you believe life is a struggle, it will be. If you believe success is inevitable, opportunities will arise in alignment with that assumption. Most people accept reality as something outside of their control, reacting to circumstances rather than realizing they are the cause. The illusion of solidity in the 3D world keeps many trapped in cycles of limitation. However, when you grasp that reality bends to your inner state, everything changes. The moment you decide something is true within, the unseen forces of creation begin molding external conditions to match it. Your life is a mirror, reflecting your inner dialogue, your emotional state, and your deepest assumptions. The question is not whether you are manifesting, but whether you are manifesting consciously. Once you recognize your creative power, you become the master of your destiny. Manifestation is a continuous process, operating whether you are aware of it or not. You do not turn manifestation on and off. It is always in motion, responding to the frequencies you emit through your thoughts and emotions. Every experience in your life is the result of past mental activity, whether positive or negative. If you feel stuck, it is not because you lack the ability to manifest, but because you have unknowingly created a pattern that keeps you in the same cycle. The key is to take conscious control of this process rather than leaving it to chance. Most people manifest by default, allowing fear, doubt, and external influences to dictate their reality. But when you become intentional about your inner world, you shift from passive creation to deliberate manifestation. You must take full responsibility for your reality, knowing that everything is being shaped from within. The ability to change your life does not come from effort in the outer world, but from a shift in consciousness. Once you master your internal state, the external world must follow. Assumption is the force that dictates the structure of your reality, even more than action or effort. The world does not respond to what you want, it responds to what you believe to be true. If you assume lack, you will see evidence of lack. If you assume abundance, opportunities will appear to confirm it. This is not wishful thinking, but a fundamental law of creation. Your assumptions set the tone for how reality unfolds because they determine the energy you radiate. The subconscious mind is programmed by assumption, and it does not question what you tell it. It simply accepts and brings it into form. If you want to change your life, you must first change your assumptions about what is possible. There is no need to struggle, convince, or force things to happen. The moment you accept something as true within, reality must shift to reflect it. Assumption precedes experience, not the other way around. Those who grasp this truth no longer wait for proof. They assume the desired reality now and watch as the world rearranges itself accordingly. Imagination is not fantasy, it is the architect of your reality, the unseen force that designs your future. Everything you experience in the 3D world first existed as an idea in the 4D world. The greatest inventors, artists, and visionaries did not rely on the physical world to show them what was possible. They turned inward and created reality from the unseen. The ability to visualize and feel something as real before it appears is what separates those who create extraordinary lives from those who remain bound by limitations. Your imagination is not just a tool, it is the direct bridge between thought and reality. When you close your eyes and see yourself living your desired reality, you are engaging with the creative power that shapes the world. The key is to persist in your inner vision despite external appearances. Most people allow reality to dictate their imagination rather than using imagination to dictate reality. But once you realize that what you vividly imagine with conviction must materialize, you unlock the power to shape life on your own terms. You must live from your desire, not toward it, if you wish to manifest it into being. Most people chase their goals, seeing them as something separate from their current reality. They affirm their desires while still identifying with their current limitations, unknowingly reinforcing the state of not having. The secret is to fully embody the reality of your wish fulfilled in the present moment. This means thinking, feeling, and acting as though it is already done. When you assume this state of being, reality begins to shift in ways you cannot predict. The universe does not operate on linear logic, but on the principle of energetic alignment. The moment you mentally step into your desired reality, unseen forces begin rearranging circumstances to match your inner state. There is no need to force anything. You simply persist in the feeling of already being the person who has what you seek. You do not wait for external confirmation. You create it within and trust that the outer world will catch up. When you truly understand this, manifestation becomes effortless. Faith is not a passive belief, it is an unshakable knowing that what you assume must come to pass. It is the bridge between the 4D world of thought and the 3D world of form. When you plant a seed in the ground, you do not dig it up every day to check if it has sprouted. You trust that it will grow. The same principle applies to manifestation. The moment you assume your desired reality, it begins to take root in the unseen world. Doubt is the only thing that can delay or derail this process. Most people sabotage their manifestations by looking to the external world for proof too soon. But faith requires that you persist in your assumption regardless of what the outer world shows you. The unseen world is always working in your favor, orchestrating events to bring your vision into reality. The key is to remain unwavering in your belief, even in the face of temporary contradictions. When you hold on to faith with absolute conviction, reality has no choice but to align with it. Your subconscious mind is the gateway through which all manifestations come into form. It does not distinguish between real and imagined experiences. It simply accepts whatever you impress upon it as truth. This is why your dominant beliefs shape your reality, whether you are aware of it or not. If you repeatedly tell yourself that you are unlucky, your subconscious will ensure that you experience misfortune. If you tell yourself that you are successful, it will guide you toward opportunities that confirm that belief. The subconscious is the soil in which your assumptions take root, and whatever is planted there must grow. The key is to consciously program your mind with the reality you wish to experience. This is done through repetition, visualization, and emotional conviction. The more you affirm and feel a new truth, the deeper it imprints on your subconscious. Once an idea is fully accepted by the subconscious, it becomes effortless to manifest in the external world. Circumstances are not permanent. They are simply the result of past assumptions. Many people believe they are stuck because of external conditions, not realizing that those conditions are merely reflections of old mental patterns. The moment you change your inner world, the outer world must follow. However, most people remain trapped by reacting to their current reality, reinforcing the very things they wish to escape. They allow temporary setbacks to dictate their beliefs, unaware that persistence in a new assumption will eventually override past conditions. When you stop giving power to circumstances and start affirming a new reality within, life begins to shift in your favor. The world you experience is not an independent force, it is a mirror reflecting your state of being. The key to transformation is to see beyond what is in front of you and claim a new reality before it manifests. Gratitude is a powerful accelerator of manifestation because it shifts your focus from lack to abundance. When you express gratitude, you affirm that what you desire is already yours. This creates an energetic state of receptivity, allowing more of what you appreciate to flow into your life. Most people only feel grateful when they receive something, but true manifestation requires feeling gratitude in advance. By living in a state of already having, you signal to the universe that your desire is fulfilled and reality adjusts accordingly. Gratitude is not just a feeling, it is a declaration that you trust the process. The more you focus on what you already have, the more life gives you to be grateful for. When you master this principle, you unlock the ability to manifest effortlessly. Dare to believe in the impossible, for the only limits that exist are the ones you accept. The greatest breakthroughs in history were achieved by those who refused to accept the limitations imposed by others. What you assume to be possible becomes your reality, whether expansive or restrictive. If you stretch your mind to embrace the extraordinary, life will respond in kind. Your external world is nothing more than a reflection of your internal state. Everything you experience, from success to failure, is a direct projection of your dominant thoughts and emotions. Many people try to change their lives by manipulating the external world, but this is like trying to change a reflection in a mirror without altering the source. True transformation begins within. The moment you shift your internal state, your beliefs, emotions, and assumptions, the external world must follow. This is not wishful thinking. It is a fundamental law of reality. You are not reacting to the world is reacting to you. The key is to become aware of your mental and emotional patterns and consciously align them with the reality you desire. When you make this shift, your circumstances will effortlessly reshape themselves to match your inner world. Doubt is the greatest enemy of manifestation because it disrupts the creative process. When you plant a seed, you do not question whether it will grow. You trust the unseen forces of nature to do their work. Manifestation operates under the same principle. The moment you introduce doubt, you send conflicting signals to the subconscious, slowing or even reversing the process. Most people fail to manifest their desires not because the process does not work, but because they waver between belief and uncertainty. The key is to remain unwavering in your assumption, regardless of external appearances. This requires mental discipline and trust in the unseen forces working in your favor. Whenever doubt arises, remind yourself that reality is still catching up to your assumption. Persist in the state of knowing, and what you seek must materialize in time. The subconscious mind does not respond to effort, it responds to belief. Many people struggle to achieve their desires because they try too hard, using willpower instead of effortless assumption. Manifestation is not about forcing reality to change. It is about aligning your consciousness with the reality you wish to experience. The subconscious accepts whatever you impress upon it with conviction, whether positive or negative. This is why those who act as though their desires are already fulfilled manifest effortlessly. The mind does not distinguish between what is real and what is imagined. It simply accepts what you repeatedly affirm. If you constantly dwell on lack, struggle, and limitations, the subconscious ensures that these experiences continue. But the moment you shift your dominant belief to one of abundance and certainty, the external world must adjust. Reality is a reflection of what you truly believe, not what you merely wish for. The 4D world operates outside of time and space, meaning that your desires already exist in potential form. The delay between imagining something and seeing it in reality is only due to your alignment with that vision. Most people think in terms of linear time, believing they must wait for their desires to unfold. But in truth, the moment you assume something as real, it exists in the unseen world, waiting to materialize. The only thing that determines the speed of manifestation is your level of certainty. When you embody the reality of your wish fulfilled, the 3D world has no choice but to rearrange itself accordingly. Time is an illusion. What you seek is already yours in the 4D world. The key is to hold on to this truth and trust that the process is unfolding in divine order. When you stop looking at time as a barrier, manifestation becomes instantaneous. The law of consciousness states that you can only experience what you are aware of being. Your awareness acts as a filter, allowing only those experiences that align with your dominant state of mind to enter your reality. If you believe life is difficult, your awareness will only notice struggles and obstacles, even when opportunities are present. If you believe you are worthy of love and success, your awareness will bring those experiences into focus. This is why two people can live in the same world, yet experience completely different realities. Your state of being is like a radio frequency. You can only tune into the experiences that match your vibrational state. To change your life, you must first change what you are conscious of being. By shifting your internal state, you shift the version of reality you step into. Mental discipline is the foundation of conscious manifestation. The mind is constantly bombarded with external influences, opinions, fears, doubts, and distractions. Without control over your mental state, you will be swayed by the world instead of shaping it. Most people allow their thoughts to run on autopilot, unaware that they are creating their reality with every passing moment. The secret to manifestation is not just knowing the principles, but actively applying them with consistency. This requires choosing your thoughts deliberately, refusing to dwell on limitations, and persistently affirming your desired state. The mind must be trained to accept only what aligns with your vision. This is not about forcing positivity, but about unwavering commitment to the reality you wish to create. The more disciplined you become in your thoughts, the more effortlessly your manifestations unfold. Your desires are not random, they are glimpses of the reality you are meant to step into. Many people dismiss their dreams as unrealistic, not realizing that the very fact they can imagine something means it is possible for them. The 4D world is infinite, containing all potential realities. The desires that arise within you are invitations to align with a new version of yourself. They are not illusions, they are callings from your higher self, guiding you toward expansion. If you can see it in your mind, it already exists in the unseen realm. The only question is whether you will align with it through belief or resist it through doubt. Trust your desires, for they are the roadmap to your ultimate fulfillment. When you honor them, life opens doors that once seemed impossible. The external world is an illusion, shaped entirely by your perception. Most people believe they must change their environment to feel different, but in reality, they must change how they see themselves. When you shift your identity, everything around you transforms to reflect your new self-concept. If you identify as someone who struggles, life will show you evidence of struggle. If you identify as someone who thrives, opportunities will appear effortlessly. This is why identity work is the foundation of true manifestation. You do not attract what you want, you attract what you are. The most powerful shift you can make is to embody the identity of the person who already has what you seek. Once you internalize this new self-image, the external world will reflect it back to you without effort. Letting go is not about giving up, it is about releasing resistance. Many people block their manifestations because they hold on to them too tightly, obsessing over when and how they will appear. This creates a state of lack, reinforcing the idea that their desire is separate from them. The key to effortless manifestation is detachment, not from the desire itself, but from the need for it to happen in a certain way or time frame. When you release attachment, you shift into a state of trust, allowing the unseen forces of creation to work without interference. This does not mean you stop visualizing or affirming, it means you stop worrying. When you truly believe in your manifestation, you no longer feel the need to chase it. You simply rest in the knowing that it is already done. Everything you experience is a reflection of your dominant state of being. The universe does not respond to momentary affirmations. It responds to the energy you hold consistently. If you affirm abundance but still feel lack, lack will continue to manifest. If you affirm love but feel unworthy, relationships will reflect that unworthiness. This is why emotional alignment is crucial in manifestation. You must not only think differently, but also feel differently. The key is to cultivate the emotional state of already having what you desire. When you make this shift, your manifestations happen naturally because you are no longer in opposition to them. You are not attracting your desires, they are already present in the 4D world. Your job is to align with them so they can crystallize into your reality. Your thoughts are the seeds of your reality, and your emotions water them into existence. Every time you think a thought, you are setting a cause in motion, and every emotion attached to that thought accelerates its manifestation. Most people think and feel in contradiction, wishing for success while fearing failure, desiring love while doubting their worth. This inner conflict slows or blocks manifestation entirely. The key is to align your thoughts and emotions so they are in harmony with what you seek. When your thoughts of abundance are met with feelings of certainty rather than worry, your reality shifts effortlessly. Your manifestations are not delayed because they are impossible, but because you have yet to fully integrate them emotionally. Once you embody the feeling of already having what you desire, you create an unshakable bridge between the unseen and the seen. Reality is fluid and responds to the level of consciousness you hold. The same world that appears limiting to one person appears abundant to another. This is because reality is not absolute, it is a mirror reflecting your assumptions and expectations. The key to shifting your life is not in changing the outer world, but in changing how you see yourself within it. If you see yourself as powerless, life will continue to provide evidence of powerlessness. But the moment you shift your self-concept and assume the identity of someone who is limitless, life must conform to that new assumption. This is not about forcing the world to change, it is about stepping into a higher version of yourself. The world does not shape you, you shape the world through your perception. When you understand this, you move beyond limitations and enter a state of effortless creation. Your past does not define you, only your present assumptions do. Many people stay trapped in cycles of limitation because they believe their history dictates their future. They carry the weight of past failures, mistakes, and disappointments, unknowingly reinforcing them in their present reality. But the truth is, every moment is a new creation, and you are free to rewrite your story at any time. The past only exists if you continue to identify with it. If you let go of old narratives and assume a new reality, the past loses its power over you. The key is to stop looking backward for proof and start looking inward for truth. You are not bound by what was, you are only bound by what you assume now. The moment you declare a new reality, the universe begins shaping itself to match your new identity. Nothing is ever truly missing from your life. Everything exists in the unseen, waiting for you to claim it. Many people live in a state of longing, believing their desires are separate from them. They wait for external confirmation before they allow themselves to feel fulfilled. But the paradox of manifestation is that you must feel it before you see it. The moment you mentally and emotionally accept that what you desire is already yours, it begins to crystallize in physical form. This is why faith is the key to creation. The 4D world holds every possibility, and your role is to align with the one you wish to experience. Lack is an illusion, separation is an illusion. What you seek is already here, waiting for you to step into the state of knowing. When you do, life arranges itself in perfect synchronicity to deliver what has always been yours. You are the operant power. Nothing outside of you has control over your reality. Many people give their power away to circumstances, believing they are victims of fate, luck, or external forces. They wait for things to change before they allow themselves to believe in a better life. But reality is not something that happens to you. It is something you create. The moment you take full responsibility for your inner world, you reclaim your ability to shape the external world. There are no obstacles except the ones you accept as real. There are no limitations except those you impose upon yourself. When you step into the realization that you are the cause, not the effect, you transcend all barriers. The world bends to the consciousness that knows its own power. You are not here to react, you are here to create. The truth about manifestation and the 4D world is that reality is not something separate from you. It is an extension of your consciousness. Every moment you are creating, whether consciously or unconsciously. Your assumptions, beliefs, and emotions are the blueprint that shapes your external world. Nothing is random, nothing is out of reach, and nothing is beyond transformation. The only question is whether you are directing this power intentionally or allowing it to be dictated by past conditioning and external influences. To manifest the life you desire, you must go beyond superficial affirmations and embody the deep, unwavering knowing that what you seek is already yours. You must discipline your mind, master your emotions, and align your inner world with the reality you wish to experience. This is not about forcing or chasing, it is about becoming. When you fully step into the identity of the person who already has what they desire, reality has no choice but to comply. The 4D world holds infinite possibilities, and you are always selecting one through your dominant state of being. There is no fate, no luck, and no limitation, only consciousness assuming form. The greatest secret is that you are already the creator of your reality. Once you fully embrace this truth, you will stop looking outside for answers and start looking within. And in that moment of realization, you will understand that you were never separate from your desires. You were only waiting to see yourself as the one who already holds them.